Hello, hello, how's it going? Welcome to the chat. How's everybody doing tonight? Give it a few minutes here to let some people trickle in and get this party rolling. Any other insomniacs out here just can't sleep looking for something to do? Crispy critter, why am I not surprised? If you can notice, man, there's zero surprise in my voice right now. How you doing, brother, man? Um, I think we're gonna we'll make you the official command sergeant major. How's that? Thanks for stopping by, Sense of Wonder. Yeah, yeah, nobody wants to be a part of this. This is gonna be like worse than Marsoc or something, right? So yeah, I've got those patch designs. Man, I don't know if you've ever seen it. I'm sure you've seen it somewhere. You remember those Viet Cong hunting club pins? I saw the pins. My dad had a pin on his hat, the Viet Cong hunting club. Large and in charge. Absolutely, brother, man. But yeah, my dad had one of those pins, and it got me thinking like we should do the same thing, have like a troll hunting club, and I want to design up a patch and stuff. We talked about it some like Friday night, Saturday morning or something. Then we talked about it a little bit yesterday morning, Sunday morning before Grumpy's live. I was live. Mustumbo, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. So yeah, man, we're thinking of doing that, and then but I'm sure like I want to design it like in the shape of like the 10th mountain patch. So it's got that arc at the top and the bottom. And then we can have like tabs and rockers we can add on, like the master moderator will get like troll sniper, and then we'll have like, rockers with like 1 year veteran, 2 year veteran or something. Yeah, yeah. I talked to Blue Minotti about it a little bit yesterday, but and then we hooked up on Instagram, but I think he got sidetracked or something. We kind of dropped the conversation. But yeah, yeah, I've talked to Blue Minotti about it. He did up a couple quick things real quick, and yeah, I think that's the way I'm gonna go. But yeah, thinking about the patches and stuff, like, value everybody's time. I want to have like a solid concept going, like at least some basic sketches or something for Bluminati to go off of. And then we're just gonna do them out for cost or something. I'm thinking like Odeon Black or something's kind of like my favorite thing. So maybe stick with Odeon Black patch. Joanna, how you doing? You enjoying the weather over there? Your brutal avatar? Yeah, yeah. I've seen a lot of his stuff. Yeah, Bluminati does an awesome job, man, for sure. We are going to get Bluminati involved in it. But I kind of want to get a sense of how many people are interested, because the yeah, I'm looking into like the PVC patches. It's just the Call of Duty mobile group chat. No, no, man, this is the Troll Hunting Club. The Outlaw Vault. Howdy, how you doing? Yeah, Joanne, it's freezing here up in New Hampshire too. Like we got crazy winds, like 35, 40 mile an hour winds. And it didn't snow more. It just blew the snow all over the place. So I'll be out shoveling again in not too long. Oh, the Outlaw Vault, I'm doing awesome. Thanks, man. How about yourself? Yeah, yeah, doing good, doing good. Up early, decided to get ahead for the day, do some live chat. I'm getting closer and closer with my watch hours, so I think I may just spend a week and try to get as many hours as I can. Maybe set like a 1 week goal or something by next Monday. I'm at like 2,514 right now, so I'd have to put in some overtime. Oh yeah, Nuka, love the emojis, man, and the little knives. How you doing this morning? Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. Like, yeah, like a 10th mountain design thing or something. Have it like arched at the top and the bottom. Troll sniper for the master moderator, and then yeah, just kind of like a fun thing to do. And it's seeming like it's going to be pretty not too expensive. So I'm hoping somewhere's around like the $5 range altogether, like packaged and shipped. Like have the patches made, packaged and shipped, and Bluminati gave me a quick breakdown roughly what the price will be. I don't know what I got to give Bluminati though, so that's going to be part of the variable. So, but I'm hoping like $5 a patch or something, and then once we get the ball rolling later down the road, get the sniper troll tab for the qualified guys or whatever, and then come up with like I said um or like maybe we'll have like do like hash marks or something, and for every troll they take out, we give them a hash mark. Have different rockers with tab hash marks or something. Chevelle, you know Rambo? Oh yeah, you supported 10th Mountain from Fort Devens. Man, I was so bummed when they closed Fort Devens. That was awesome. I got to go down there even like during I was going to Fort Devens and Pease Air Force Base when I was in junior high and high school because I had my Civil Air Patrol card and my junior ROTC. So I could actually go to the PXs and stuff when I was like in junior high. In fact, we used to would take the airplane from Concord, New Hampshire, and it was a little Cessna 182, the Civil Air Patrol plane, and would fly it down to Pease Air Force Base, which is creepy because it's a SAC base, Strategic Air Command. You know that. But they have these massive runways that you can land like B-52s on, and we'd come flying in there in a little Cessna 182 on a B-52 size landing strip. Actually, Chevelle, man, the guy that designed these makes Rambo look like a Rambozo. The owner of this company is Eric Hansen. He owns Phobos Nice for operators by operators, and he's legit Green Beret for 22 years. He was a 18 Delta Special Forces medic, and now he's the owner and designer at Phobos Knife. So, yeah, man, the guy that makes these knives makes Rambo look like Rambozo. The slingshot is a simple shot. And it's the Scout LT2. Oh, this knife right here. This is the Phobos knives, Tier One BC. It's full tang Magna Cut, 11 and a quarter inches overall, point 0.2 inches at the spine. Has a bow drill divot in the grips and a ferrocium rod notch. If you can see that right there. That increases the surface area to your ferrocium rod, and it turns your ferro rod into a little flamethrower. The thing's the bomb. So all around, this is by far becoming my one and done kind of knife. Like if I could only have one knife, this would be it. But and the jimping on these things are next level. Like he's got it just perfect. Like it does its job. There's like no slip, but it's not turning your thumb into Hamburg either, which makes it huge fun. You lived in Shirley for 18 years? Yeah, isn't that yeah, the Aberdeen Proving Grounds? Isn't that where you spent most of your time, Crispy? But yeah, so I thought I'd kind of like unofficially, semi-formally do the troll hunting club thing. I've been pondering it, and that's gonna kind of be like a little mini mission. Well, we're stuck with this winter weather. Oh, 4 years at Aberdeen. Okay, I'll get it right someday. um, I haven't used G10 knives. So I can't really give you an opinion on something I've never used. Sorry, my man. But I kind of tend to be a one brand wonder. It's a side effect of years of skydiving. So, like, yeah, I'll pretty much stick with Phobos Nice for my fixed blade. I might, depending on how life goes, I might start collecting some of the folders I've been looking at because I went down that rabbit hole. And some slingshot frames too. I'd like to try some different slingshot frames along the way. Yeah, crispy. I prefer Micarta over G10. I think G10's a little bit slick. But yeah, these are most of these are Micarta. Yeah, in fact, all of them are Micarta. These are like double black Micarta, OD green Micarta. The liners are G10 though. All of the liners are G10. In fact, man, I got some carbon fiber scales on the way with the Calcula, so I'm crazy looking forward to that. Yeah, I've got some favorite firearms, but I don't bring them out here. You can't during the live; they'll shut you down like instantly. You can, I guess, supposedly you can have them in the background or something, but you can't handle them during live chat, so there's no point in. But my favorite two sidearms are the Beretta 92 FS, and then the Beretta 84 FS and 380, the double stack. And then I like of course I like AR-15 style carbines. Benelli M3 Super 90 is one of my favorites. Um, yeah, it is. It is. It is crazy that you can't do that, but I don't know. The rules are the rules, and I know a few channels in the past couple months that have made that mistake, and then they throw you in YouTube jail for a day or two or something. I don't know exactly, but I don't know, man. I'm just not a fan of the Glocks. Not a big thing for me. I don't know why. I just never got into them. I like the Beretta. I don't know. Maybe it's yeah, 80s, 90s guy. Yeah, yeah, crispy. The grip angle's a little bit different with them. I've fired a few. I even I was on the fence for a while about it. I'm pretty sure it's a Glock 17L. It's the longer version, 9 millimeter. I was kind of on the fence on that one for a while, but yeah, I didn't just wasn't cool with it. And same thing, I tried a few SIGs and it just doesn't same thing. SIGs are a grip issue for me as well. I catch the weapon on my hand a few times with the slide. So what wasn't a SIG fan either. I do like old like a nice Colt 1911. I also like Browning high powers. I'm kind of like more like a full steel. The only like plastic grip I ever had was the H&K USP 9, and I wasn't a big fan of that one either, and I ended up getting rid of that one. Yeah, Crispy, you carrying your shaman today, or what you got in the pocket today, brother? I'm uh I'm still sporting the Spyderco Sage 5 CF from B&A. Yeah, I've been carrying this every single day since I got this. I've carried it. I use it for whatever EDC, you know. Yep, shaman. Yep. Yeah, man. This is and I love the story behind this too. So it makes it even cooler. The fact that it was gifted to me by somebody in the knife community. So um, not really. I'm not a. I like Benchmade. I'm not a fan of their drastic price increases. So they kind of price me out. And I'm not really too much into Benchmade. I owned a Nimravis back in the day, but I'm left-handed, so I guess now they've got a like an ambidextrous nylon sheath, which I just saw. Um, Megan had it on her live last night. That Benchmade so that's ambidextrous. So I might try one someday. I don't know. I'm not. I'd have to look at their prices because I know what they used to be, and if they're as ridiculous as some of the other stuff, then I wouldn't do it. But I like looking at Benchmade. Zach's stuff has awesome Benchmade. He's got everything Benchmade, which is great because I don't have to spend my money and I get to see everything they make. At some point, I'll get another Spyderco though. I might even I want to check out the Sage 6, kind of like see how that goes. But I'm fine with this. This is awesome for EDC. But I also carry my tier 1 mini as well. So I carry a pocket fixie every single day. So I use my folder for light duty stuff, and anything else I use my fixed blade for. Cold steel. I haven't owned a cold steel since I think in the 90s. I had one of their Tontos, which was a nice knife, but somebody liked it more than I did, and it walked away at some point. Yeah, I don't buy any of the fake stuff. I there's no way I would like knowingly buy a knockoff or a clone or something like that. I'm not down with that. Oh, Diddy's in the house. All right. No baby oil. We got some Wicked Wax though. If you want to try that out, it's all natural. You can even use it as a lip balm. You can use it on the metal, steel, leather. Wicked Wax is the bomb, but yeah, no baby oil, man. Sorry. Yeah, it's just a moral and ethic thing for me. You have a safety model, like a trainer knife, like a non-beveled trainer or something. Do do a comparison video on what? Oh no, I think yeah, Crispy was the one talking about the CZ ones. I haven't fired any. Oh, do a comparison. I wouldn't even. I'm not that interested. Like I would have to spend my money on a fake to do it, and I'm not. Yeah, if I ended up with one accidentally somehow, then I would do a comparison. Yeah, B&A winds are honking. I don't know what they are up your way, but over in New Hampshire, yeah, we got like 35 gusting 40. Like I'm definitely happy to be on the ground today. Chaos Theory, what's happening, brother man? Oh, we haven't been going on that long. I think I started it at like 3:30, man. I just decided last minute, like, oh, I'm gonna do it. I got caught up in some other lives later last night, earlier this morning. So yeah, and then I was like, well, I'm up, might as well do a live and talk about the troll hunting club. Try to organize that a little bit. And I think so far I want to go with something like shaped like a 10th mountain patch, where it's curved at the top and curved at the bottom, and we'll have like the troll. That'll be the main troll hunting club, and then we can do like tabs that are like troll sniper for like master moderators, or if you unalive or boot a whole bunch of trolls, maybe do some, and then later on do some rockers, like 1 year veteran, 2 year veteran of the troll hunting club. Maybe do or do like another rocker with some hash marks through it for a number of trolls booted. Get a rocker for every, I don't know, 25 or something, 20, I don't know. Oh, so you confiscate them and keep them? Yeah, I don't know why I wouldn't bring a knife to I don't know, I don't go to clubs and stuff, so it was never really my jam. I've worked like 98% of my weekends. So it was, and I've never been to a concert because I can never get like a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday off. Like I was always stuck at work. So my mods challenge your mods to a banning tool. Dude, that's priceless, man. Somebody write that down. Um, I don't know. Maybe I created something a little dark here. Well, have a nice nap, B&A. I'm sure you'll be back in. Arizona ADC does that a lot too. He'll pop in and he'll start watching, then he'll fall asleep and wake up a half hour later and be like, "Oh, what I miss?" Yeah, yeah. Chaos Theory is usually our Overwatch. Sometimes he's lurking in the shadows there, waiting to snipe them. Oh, I don't give away. I don't even do gas station knives. Like when I've had one giveaway so far. I won it, but I ended up giving it away. It was a Sabenza, and the next giveaway is gonna be a phobos knife. Like I wanna. They are, on the knife market. I know you can get way cheaper from China and stuff like that, but Phobos knives are made in the USA, veteran owned. I highly support them. Eric Hansen's a friend of mine, so everything's mutually beneficial. So, but anyhow, I digress. When I do have a giveaway, I want to give you guys something that I would use, not something I wouldn't spend my money on. So I don't buy gas station knives or any of that stuff. Kind of bit of a one brand wonder. But yeah, that's my next giveaway on this channel is going to be a Phobos knife. I don't know which one, but it'll definitely be a Phobos knife for sure. It's one of the reasons why I'm trying to get my channel monetized is to finance a giveaway. I know it's great target. Now, I'm not targeting the rich man. It's what I use. LC, what's happening? Welcome to the chat. It's isn't it the refraction of light off the water? There's so much water, that's what gives us that blue color. Opinion on SOG knives. I haven't bought SOG knives in years because I broke a bunch of them. I did have some decent luck with their power assist multi tool, but I went through a couple of the gimmicky SOG seal knives, from the SOG Seal to the SOG Seal 2000 or something, then the SOG Seal Elite, as well as the SOG Seal Pup and the SOG Seal Pup Elite. Like five knives all together, and I managed. I think like three of them broke and two of them got stolen. So Sticks Outdoors. Good morning, sir. How you doing? Welcome to the chat. Thanks for showing up. This is kind of like one of those random lives where we're putting together the troll hunting club. I want to have some patches made up for the guys. Um, and yeah, we'll have like the troll hunting club, and then thinking about doing some tat like a sniper troll tab and something else like 1 year veteran rockers down the road. Chaos Theory versus Scared of My Mods. Oh, Derek, thanks, man. I'm glad you love it. Trying to make it fun, trying to make it enjoyable. Doing the best I can on a limited budget, but that's why I'm trying to rock out the lives, trying to get the channel monetized so that we can do giveaways and all that stuff. Overton depends on what they are. I mean, if you want us to give them away, we'll give them away. But yeah, I still gotta work on that because shipping costs a fortune, and the more prizes you have, the more shipping it is. And I just kind of like in a break even world right now, so I gotta kind of generate some income before I even before I even think about doing a giveaway, because it's not just the knives and stuff; it's also the shipping costs and stuff. So yeah, maybe I might work it out too, where we have like a weekly meeting or something. Make sure we can get as many of the mods in the channel as we can. In fact, yeah, Crispy, you're a mod. I'm looking for a good night to bring you to jail. To bring to jail. My favorite Leatherman is so far the Leatherman Surge. I am gonna get the Leatherman Wave as well. I've been through I bought a few of the signals, and I wasn't. I don't know. I don't think I would buy another one. I a few years back I bought like 3 Leatherman signals as gifts, and I obviously I am like, hey, I bought that for you. Let me check it out. So I'm not sure. I think that tiny ferrocium rod on the signal is kind of like you tried too hard, and it's a little bit too gimmicky for me. Yeah, yeah. So Chaos Theory's got the whole live free or die, and then you compile that with Florida Man, and yeah, you got a force to be reckoned with. This is great. Yeah, this is priceless. For everything else, there's MasterCard. We're stirring the pot for sure. I'm surprised Groundfog hasn't found his way here yet. He's usually always out there. I saw him. I talked to him a little while ago on Discord for a minute, but yeah, Florida will mess you up, man. Um, I think out of all my years outdoors, it was Florida is the most times I ran into obviously like poison snakes and alligators and crazy stuff. I was doing part of the Florida trail or whatever, and it's actually like a wet trail. Like it's designed so you walk through like a foot and a half of water for like forever. And the whole time I'm thinking, man, there's like gators in here there because there's gators in every reasonable size piece of Florida. Like if there's a pond, there's a gator in it like 99% of the time. Now it's almost like one, two, three, four. I declare a mod war. But no, no, mods should be teaming up and getting the trolls. It's mods against the trolls. Negative 28 Fahrenheit or Celsius? Nice, nice shooting there, Chaos. Yeah, and I figure, if you title the video right, I thought it would attract way more trolls, to be honest. I'm surprised we haven't had like a dozen yet. Like you think, or maybe they know that they're like, these guys are getting organized. We might not want to go in that one. It's not the snakes or alligators or any of that stuff. It's the mosquitoes you got to worry about. Yeah, yeah, the mosquitoes in Florida, they don't mess around either. They're massive, and then they line up like World War II bombers, and they just roll off and attack. And what's worse than the mosquitoes, because you can hear those things, a few hundred yards away. What's worse is the no-see-ums, because you'll just be walking across the field or something, and then all of a sudden you'll wander into a whole swarm of no-see-ums. It's game over from there. Like, the no-see-ums are worse than mosquitoes, I think. The mosquitoes are bad, but you don't you can like easily defend against them. It's the no-see-ums that are vicious. That and the fire ants. Like stand on a fire ant hill and whoops, yeah. I've accidentally done it a few times in Florida. Like I'd be out in the landing area watching for landings and stuff. Like we count the jumpers when they exit the plane and everything. And I've been too busy watching jumpers that maybe had like an issue with a parachute or something and accidentally stepped on a fire ant hill. And then like 30 seconds later, all at once, like they swarm you and then all at once they bite you to death. It's crazy. I only get to kill 5 or 10 per live stream. We'll have to have more live streams then so you can get your numbers up. We'll get you up. You'll be up there like 93 pretty soon. You'll be moderator White Feather. Oh, it's amazing how quick the live can drop off. YouTube's been acting wonky lately. Am I the only one seeing that, or Tanine? How you doing? Good morning. Welcome to the chat. Pulling an all nighter, or are you up early? Oh, what'd you do, LC? Like a lot of lagging and a lot of lagging, a lot of buffering. Sometimes the chat's off quite a bit. I was watching one earlier, and his like his monitor, he watches it from another channel or something, and that was like almost a full minute behind. So he's talking to us, and we're almost a full minute behind. So it had the chat off and everything. Oh, what question did you have, Desert? Sorry, man, if I missed it. On Kershaw knives, I like the made in the USA knives. I haven't touched a Kershaw knife in quite a few years. Um, but from what I see, yeah, they're okay. But yeah, definitely would prefer the US made. They have like a half a dozen models or so, I think, or more that are USA made. So, but yeah, that's kind of I haven't owned a Kershaw in years. I might get my hands on some of the USA made ones, but I've got a lot of other things going on. I don't do just knives. I get into saws and hatchets and hiking and backpacking and bike touring and bike packing, whatever they call it nowadays. I don't know. Put a bunch of camping gear in your bike and go for a bike ride, find a place to camp. Get into some stealth camping. We'll get into a little bit of first aid kit, but not too much on the how tos because the way YouTube's terms of service and stuff. But oh yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's a fantastic knife for the price. There's a lot of those good deal knives out there. I've been through some of them, but if you're driving a Lamborghini, you don't want to go back to a sedan. So I kind of like where I'm at in the knife world, and yeah. In fact, Phobos Knives has been a huge supporter of my channel. I've known Eric Hansen since 2019, but when I was working on my channel and stuff, I got in touch with him, and yeah, him and I do some work together. Oh yeah, I'll see paying for the streaming service and still get commercials. Yeah, they kind of duped everybody with that one. Yeah, at least back in the day when you paid for the movie channels, like they had HBO and stuff like that, like there were no commercials. But now, yeah, a lot of them. I know Amazon did that recently with Amazon Prime. Like it used to be all commercial free, and then all of a sudden they decided to put commercials in, and now they're like every 5 minutes. Or YouTube's bad about that. I can't like they've got some decent movies on YouTube now, but it's a commercial every 5 minutes, and the commercials are longer than the movie. So I mean, at some point, some of them you can skip, some of them you can't, but they just do it so frequently. It's just annoying, and I'm not really that into movies, so. Yeah, desert driven. I'm in firearms. I support 2A and stuff like that. I'm not bringing them out on YouTube because it's a headache. I mean, even some of the big pew pew channels. See, you can't even. You got to be careful of everything you say. We're highly censored. But yeah, even some of the the gun tube channels, whatever you want to call them, a lot of those guys have quit. It's just too much of a headache to deal with. So I kind of do what I can, and there's other stuff that I'm into, but I haven't had much time really in years and years and years to go out shooting because I traveled too much, and now just the cost of it, I just don't even have the money to go do that. Yeah, yeah, it's not even in the cards. So what kind of loser likes firearms? Yeah, I'm not even going to answer that one, guy. Yeah, yeah, there's tons of us. That's if you stumbled upon a bear in the woods, do you kick it? Just curious how smart you are. Over to me. Yeah, yeah, I got you. Yeah, so what brings you down here hanging with the little guys? These are all phobos nice. Phobos is for operators by operators. It's a veteran owned business out of Tennessee. Currently carry an 8-inch long master, very reliable, nice. Yeah, so Overton, I'm just kind of getting into this gig. I started posting like lives. December 4th is when decided I was going to do this full time. And yeah, I used to be a skydiver, master parachute rigger, but the scamdemic put me out of business, so I'm taking a whack at YouTube. Give you two guesses. What's that? Here, we'll why is that not working? Yeah, part of the problem is I'm just a super tech tard. There you go. There's his link. You guys can check out his channel if anybody wants to subscribe. He needs a whole bunch of help. He's getting close to what was it, 400,000 subscribers? Is that? Yeah, 389,000 subscribers, guys. Let's see if we can get him to that 390,000. What do you think? Can we do it? So, Overton, what are you carrying today? We'll pocket check you. What's your favorite EDC knife, man? Oh, you've been subscribed to his channel for a long time. Well, I'd still like to see him hit 390,000. That's awesome, man. Probably 400. You never know what's going to happen on YouTube. I followed one channel. He had about 3,000 subscribers, and he's got like 460 or 470,000 now. And I watched him do it in only a few years. So I mean, anything's possible. He's rocking some tore up gloves. I do the tore up gloves too. I don't know what it is, but I'll run a pair of gloves till they're ragged. Like they got to be falling off my hand before I throw them away. And yeah, I like mod. They start off as full finger gloves, and then the fingers that wear off first, you end up cutting those off, and then all the fingers get cut off, and then you cut the thumb off, and then the threading starts. And I'll bring them in the rigging loft and sew them up so they last even longer. Like I'll fold the ends and sew them and stuff. But in fact, I think I have a pair that's. Well, I don't know where they went. I don't know where they went. I got a pair of cycling gloves. It's pretty thrashed. So Overton, do you do live chats as well? Oh, almost every night. That's cool. Do you ever get anybody coming in and say, "Hey, man, like those knives are never used"? Because I've been watching knife channels for like 5 years now. Never heard anybody say that, but for some reason, I get a couple people that come in here. I think I'm starting to figure it out. I just seems a little odd to me because I watched, and a lot of people are showing new knives. They don't use them very much at all. Oh, that's cool. So you kind of like do like an unboxing and then roll on with it. That's what I yeah. Yeah, my channel's so far from what I want to be doing right now. Yeah, I want to be doing a lot of outdoor videos and stuff. I just kind of yeah, life has just gotten odd. Yeah, I lost my skydiving business in 2020. So, I've just kind of done like odd jobs whatever I can do in between then. And yeah, so I'm just trying to build this channel. I've done a bunch of stuff. I spent 10 years from 2007 to 2017. I rode my mountain bike from like usually New York or whatever down to Key West, down to Florida. I traveled, kind of did the skydiver circuit. And yeah, so I did that and I would stealth camp the whole way, do all kinds of stuff. I just realized that EDC $4,500 in knives. Yeah, that happens, man. I mean, $4,800 knife. So how many knives is that across? What are you rocking, man? Yeah, John, how you doing, man? John's over in Ireland. How you doing tonight, brother? Nearly drunk. How many cans? Priceless. Well, that's not too bad for you. Oh, Remy, you got a Spartan Harsey folder? Nice. Yeah, I've talked to Curtis down there a few times. Awesome company. I really dig Spartan blades as well. Um, I had the no, I still have them. What am I talking about? Yeah, these are the Spartan blades I used to use. The Horkos, the Enyo, and the Frike. And I used to have the Palas folder, but I ended up selling it. I'm selling these knives too because I just not going to use them. So I got a guy that's buying them. It's just a matter of timing. But yeah, Spartan blades is great knives as well. I definitely dig them. But yeah, Remy, they're good knives. For sure. They're a little bit slim. I actually, that's the whole thing. If I like the Tier One BC better, um, just a little bit more going on. This is an older Horkos. This is when they were doing them in S35 VN, but they're doing them in like S45 VN now. So the difference is in that. But the Horkos between the Tier 1 BC, I just like the Tier 1 BC better. The jimping's better. The the ergos are better on the Tier 1 BC as well. And it's a little bit more with the bow drill divot and the ferrocium rod notch. This doesn't really strike a ferro rod at all, but you can always carry a ferro rod with a striker on it. But yeah, if you're looking in between the Horkos and the Phobos Tier One BC, I definitely grabbing the Tier One BC. So no one is. Oh, what happened to it? Or oh, the Aerobus Forge Hugin Microtech Gen 3 Combat. I gotta get a bigger screen. Uh, Crazy Wild Form Metal Damascus Fix. That's like a whole mouthful. And you add those all up, and that's 4,800 bucks. That's cool. Oh yeah, yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, so that went well for you. Yeah, I think that's the whole thing. Gear's always an evolution. I think we're always kind of like upgrading or switching something out, or taking stuff out of the kit because it's not worth the wait. Yeah, I think over 10 years, I didn't change too much on my. I mean, like my bike stayed the same. I upgraded like the drivetrain and everything, but I started with just rear panniers. And then as I got stronger and stronger riding 24/7. And then I ended up getting front panniers and trunk and so on and so forth. And so, yeah, it's definitely an evolution. Yeah, I started off kind of like lightweight. And then in the end, I was throwing chairs and extra cooking gear, extra food, whatever on my bike. So, yeah, that's the thing. Like testing your gear is probably the most important thing. Yeah, yeah. California is not your 2A friend for sure. Rem, you got a TRC Yeah, those are sweet knives. The TRC Apocalypse. I like those, especially they've got. Have you seen the model with? It was like DLC with the jungle fat carbon scales. That was a sweet knife, but it was expensive. I think it was up there around 700, 800 or something. Yeah, I follow like I try not to change more than one thing at a time, though. It's something we picked up in skydiving. The more you change, the more you have to adjust with everything. So I never switch out more than like a small percentage of my kit. Anything drastic, and you're kind of starting all over again. Oh yeah, Overton. That's what I use as well. The AquaQuest Defender. I've got like a 10 by 13 of that. I've had some different tarps over the years, but it's definitely a heavy tarp for sure. It's rugged built. All the stitching on them is good. I've been through that whole thing, stitch by stitch, every bar tack, the whole 9 yards, and it's extremely well built. So it's not just yeah, they paid attention to materials and craftsmanship. Yeah, I would definitely I'd sign off on AquaQuest for sure. Yeah, Chaos. That's one of the ones I'm looking at is the DD the front line. I'm also looking at the Light Fighter Recon Jungle Hammock or something as well. And actually, the Light Fighter might be a little bit of a better deal as a package. But yeah, I want to see how good their sewing is too. Yeah, yeah, they've got the hybrid, which I would recommend as well. And then they've got that ultralight. I like the reinforcing on the ridge line. I got a different way of setting up my tarp. So I like the reinforced ridge lines. I mean, I don't know. I might make my own tarps and stuff. I've been thinking more about it, and um, I could probably school just about every soft goods manufacturer in the outdoor world. So I'm thinking I might start looking into my own branding and stuff for sewn products. Oh yeah, so it's yeah, I'm not worried about ultra compact though. I've never been. Nobody's ever accused me of being a gram weenie for sure. I'm not all about the ultra uber light. I'm more like a cruise and comfort and relax kind of dude. I mean, like I went out and I got a Helionox Chair One so I could sit my ass down while I change my flat tires. I was going through this phase for some reason. I was getting flats all the time, and they're just annoying me. So I decided rather than getting irritated about it, I got a chair, and whenever I got a flat, I just set up my chair casually and change my flat tire. When I get back on the road, I'm good. Yeah, yeah, chaos. It'd probably work good for me too. I used to be 6'3", but I had some bad landings, and now I'm only 5'7". No, it's just a bad joke. I'm like a little bit shorter on the left side now than I was on the right, but not in years, man, not in years and years. Last time I did any hot tent camping was in the army. We ended up using GP Smalls with like potbelly stoves in them, and that's it. I never got into. I want to do some hot tent camping. I know Jeremy Lone Wolf 902, and that's a channel I was talking about earlier. I've known him since like he had like 3,000 subscribers. Um, and yeah, he kind of got me hooked on the hot tent camping, and it works out good for me. I think it's the only way I can do winter camping, because even going out for a few hours shoveling and stuff, I have a titanium rod in my left femur and some plates. They put my pelvis back together again. So yeah, the only way I would winter camp at this point is like hot tent camping. Oh, you're talking like the Those tents on top, those type things. Is that what they're calling them? Toppers? I crumbled my very first wet jump. L4, L5 just smashed. I almost never have like campfires close to any of my gear. They're usually I always do them as far away as I can reasonably, and most of the time I didn't even have fires because I was stealth camping. Like I would stealth camp from, like I said, like East Marches, Long Island to Key West. I did that like 4 years in a row. Um, so and then ride back up, but I was stealth camping the whole way, and I would mostly take like Route 17, like up through Norfolk, Chesapeake, Delmarva. I'd go up that route. Outlaw has a good a rooftop or a tarp. A tarp, I'm assuming, right? I don't think I've even seen that one. All right, Outlaw Vault. Thanks for hanging out, man. Send me an email or whatever. Yeah, yeah. The trail or a bike lane's no good if it's not kept up. Yeah, I think yeah, definitely. Warm camping's better than cold camping. So you do your fire close, like oh yeah, yeah. Cold camping used to be awesome. I used to camp up in the White Mountains in New Hampshire and everything. Yeah, we used to do some pretty hardcore camping, even with Junior Rotzi. I've done the sleep in an igloo thing and all that stuff, or just dig a snow hole and end up sleeping in that. We did some pretty cool stuff, but yeah, I had a few skydiving injuries, so just cold weather isn't the thing unless I got like a hot tent or something. But yeah, I used to go just camp out in a bivy bag sometimes. Taco up. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm sure, Crispy, you spent a few nights in a ranger role, huh? Yeah. See, I still like I just turned 50 in December, and I still like hiking and biking and all that. I'd rather ride a bicycle than drive a car any day of the week. In fact, I quit driving 18 years ago, so it's been 18 years of since I've driven. Yeah, I went through the second separation when I was 32 and decided I was just gonna hit the road and like fulfill a lifelong dream of riding my bicycle everywhere I go. And so I spent a decade just on a bicycle, like traveling the entire eastern seaboard and stuff. Later, man. Yeah, yeah, you run out of cartilage, but I think I don't know. I've never had problems. I don't know why. I've never had any kind of joint problems. All of my problems are from being stupid, like uh, like rock climbing or skydiving or something like that. Like I've never had any. I don't know. My hands are starting to hurt a little bit, and I'm not sure if it could be like arthritis or something from packing parachutes and stuff. I think it's more from going to live chats and typing. Like I can pack parachutes all day and my hands don't hurt. But yeah, by the end of the weekend, my fingers are fried. 6 months paralyzed, left me with 10% cartilage. Yeah, yeah, I could see where that would happen. Yeah, and I've been broken good. So like I compound fractured my left femur, shattered my pelvis, like all at the same time. Um, broke my left tib fib. Um, I think I've broken just about every bone, every metacarpal in my left foot, a couple in my right. Yeah, Remy, not for me really. I'm not that nah. Like I never got too much into long distance shooting because when I used to hunt, New Hampshire's everything's short. Like if you make a 50-yard shot hunting in New Hampshire, that's probably a long shot. Maybe 100 yards tops if you're working the edge of a field or something. But yeah, yeah, there's no long shots here, and um, yeah, and I was a 13 Bravo, so yeah, we made some long shots, but we didn't have to be too accurate. Oh yeah, yeah, chaos muscle atrophy is a real thing. Yeah, yeah, the longer you're down, the worse it gets, and it takes twice as long to get it back, it seems. And the older you get, the longer it takes. I'm learning as well. Yeah, I think they are. Yeah, I think that's outpatient kind of stuff. I got to keep track of the time too, because I got to make sure the missus can get out of the driveway. Where does it tell you how long you've been doing this? Tells me when I started. Huh. So yeah, I'm still doing the growing pains of YouTube. I'm just trying to do live chats until I can get outside, and we'll go from there. I'm gonna do a bunch of stealth camping and stuff. Should be a good time. And I'm still gonna continue doing the lives. The lives are just way too much fun. Um, yeah, for an hour and 4 minutes. I'll probably go like another half hour and then wrap it up or so. Who knows? I might go live again lunchtime or afternoon. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Oh, that's cool. Thanks, Remy. Yeah, they should be fun. I kind of do a simpler. I do real world stuff, not the fake YouTube stuff. Like I see who really goes stealth camping behind a Walmart or a Target or something like that. I've never done that. Like I steer clear, like far away from those places. Usually around those places, and you have like the blue tarp villages. But yeah, if you're traveling, the Eastern Seaboard's difficult to find places to stealth camp. The closer you are to the ocean. Um, but it's not too bad. You usually have like small cities or towns, and then anywhere's between 10 and 20, 25 miles between them. So you just make sure you got food and water. You can stop anywhere along there, and as long as it's not posted no trespassing, then you're all set. Yeah, yeah. Friday nights have been like 8 to 10 hours. We start at like 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. on Friday night, so we've been running them till 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. I think this previous Friday was maybe 15 minutes shy of 10 hours. Oh yeah, yeah. If you're in a vehicle, yeah. But I was doing it on a mountain bike. Like I was riding a mountain bike from New York to Florida for work. I work seasonally, so I would work in the Northeast because I'm from the Northeast, but I enjoyed it a lot. But I'd work somewheres in the Northeast, like Maine, Massachusetts, New York, for like spring, summer, and fall. And then once like early fall, and then I'd have a few weeks off between the seasons, and then I'd go to Florida wherever I was working in Florida for the winter. work down there, and then comes like early spring, I'd ride my mountain bike back to New York or Maine or wherever I was going. I had a couple years I only went to Pennsylvania. I was working out Collegeville, Pennsylvania. But yeah, I see all the fake YouTube self videos. Like, one of the guy he's from the Pacific Northwest, and he fakes his videos, and he was on a couple of the live chats, talking with other channels, thinking that nobody would notice. I don't know what his thing was, but yeah, he did a thing stealth camping in behind somebody's shed in their backyard, and on the live chat he spilled the beans, and it was his neighbor's shed. He had permission, but he made it seem like he was really stealth camping. And yeah, if you're really stealth camping, you're going to be far away from stuff. Uh, yeah, it just makes no sense. Like, why put yourself in a high risk situation unless you just don't know what you're doing? The problem with stealth camping the Eastern Seaboard is it's so overbuilt. Like, it's suburbia for quite a ways. There's some pretty long shots. Like, if you're on Route 17 going through the Camp Lejeune area, there's a solid 20 or so, maybe a little over 20 miles where you've got no shot at camping anywhere. LC, welcome back. Welcome back. How's it going? Man, and the plow truck is out there making my life worse. I think that's got to be one of my longest arch enemies. Uh, I would have to say one of the probably one of the most difficult ones I've ever ridden, and I don't even think I'd want to ride it today. But it's called the Kangamangas Highway. It starts in Lincoln, New Hampshire, and it goes to Conway, New Hampshire. And the uphill is brutal, and the downhill is a blast. So it makes it worth the squeeze. But I haven't ridden that in years. I don't think I would want to again. Or maybe I would. I don't know. We'll see what happens. And I can't remember exactly what the vertical feet of gain and the overall distance and everything is. It's just an awesome ride. I used to ride it for the fun of it. We would go from, like, I lived in southern New Hampshire, but would go up to North Conway, New Hampshire, rock climbing. And so we'd go up there. My buddy would drop me off in Lincoln. I'd get out of the car and get on my bike, and he'd continue driving to North Conway, and I'd ride the Kangamangas Highway, and then meet him at Cathedral Edge in North Conway and go rock climbing for the day, and then head back. Oh yeah, yeah, I've heard some of that stuff too. Yeah, they've said the pardons weren't valid. That's awesome. I hope they say hello to Gitmo. Something's got to happen. Yeah, but nowadays everybody can look. Like, you can look it all up on your phone. Like, you can look up the Kangamangas Highway, Lincoln, New Hampshire and stuff, and you can actually see the route. It's pretty cool. It's a nice, like, it's got some steep stuff on it, but it's a nice winding, continuous, long, high grade hill. I think it goes like 11 or 12% or something. All right, Remy, thanks for hanging out, man. We definitely appreciate it. Hope you had a little fun. But yeah, like I said, this was just random. In fact, yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up pretty soon and got to shovel the driveway. Or the end of the driveway. The plow guy's still working at ruining my day. He's not gonna ruin my day. He just starts off a little tougher. But on a plus side, the motivating fact is I turned 50 in December, and I can still go out there and, yeah, I'm shoveling faster than the younger guys down the road. So I enjoy the exercise. I have many opportunities to have a snowblower, but I still prefer a shovel. Choose a mountain bike over a car. All right, Remy, take care. Get some sleep. I'm sure I'll see you around somewhere. Yeah, Elsie, that's what I'm running into here. Like all the places I used to camp, like when I was in high school, um, yeah, it's all been overrun by the homeless, and it wouldn't be bad if they were decent about it, but they destroy. It's absolutely filthy. I know they cleaned out one area last summer, and it cost the city like $1.3 million to clean out because it's all hazmat because of needles and syringes and stuff like that. So yeah, there was some. I thought about going to a couple of the places and doing video of like this is. I don't know if I had pictures of what it used to look like. Like we had one spot like next to a creek and everything off like Route 106, and it used to be owned by an older guy, and he was like, "Yeah, you kids can camp here whenever you want, just don't leave any trash behind." And we never left any trash behind in it. We would build like bushcraft chairs and like whatever was in the book would just build random stuff. And it was cool. It was a big time. But yeah, now it's been like destroyed by homeless people. I wouldn't Your air mattress wouldn't survive. Like the second you put it down, it'd just start leaking air. So that's kind of like one of the things when I was starting up my YouTube channel, I thought, oh, I'll just go to my old camping spots. I'll be all set. Yeah, no, didn't happen. I went to them, but they're no. And the only one that's not destroyed, there's now a Target on top of it, like the department store. So yeah, Elsie, if you look at, they got some videos. I've seen them of like the homeless in Japan, and they still maintain like personal hygiene and things like that. Like they still wash their clothes if wherever they're living off the grid or whatever, trying to wherever they're homeless, they're still decent. Like I don't understand like the filth that comes along with it here. Like yeah, yeah, there's a few, and there's some guys on YouTube that are homeless. That yeah, they're the same way, but it's I don't know why around here. It's not just around here too. I mean, I've seen it in Florida, and I mean everybody's seen it everywhere. It's getting to be more of a problem, but why the lack of cleanliness and personal hygiene? You think your life already sucks? Wouldn't you want to not live in filth and stuff and clean up your area? I mean, some do, like we said, but yeah, it's kind of like ruined my camping plans. So I got to find someplace further and someplace private or someplace private. But everybody that I've talked to about land, they're all worried about liability. Like, oh no, if you burn the place down, or I'm like, okay, well, what if I don't have fires? Yeah, okay, so you really meant to say no. You were just coming up with excuses. So, but yeah, everybody's worried about liability. So it makes it extremely difficult. And I mean, I would do some car camping videos and stuff, but that's later once I get the channel going because around here every place is like at least like $45 a night for a camp spot and stuff. Any place reasonably close, and the further up north you go, the more they typically charge. Yeah, I'll see. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely the percentage like we were saying, and that's cool. I wish I'd more people would follow that suit. Like, yeah, at least, yeah, keep yourself clean and you think they would want to not draw more attention, but some people I know that people have mental health issues and whatnot, and I think that's another thing that needs to be cleaned up is, like get the people the help they need, like if they need constant supervision or something, and to schedule themselves or I don't know. I'm no psychologist or psychiatrist or health advisor or something, but I'm sure that we could help those people in some way get back to some level of humanity. Right. Yeah, I've been good. I haven't been playing with the ferocium rod too much lately. LC they are unless you're doing like videos to post on social media because then they say you're it's the same thing with the drones. Like if you're just going to fly your drone recreationally, you just have to register it for $5. If you're going to use the footage commercially, then you have to go to the FAA and get a Part 107. You have to take a Part 107 test and pass that in order to fly drones commercially. Like if you're going to use it for YouTube, even if your channel's not monetized, it's the potential it could. So yeah, you have to have a Part 107 license from the FAA to fly drones, and they kind of did the same thing with the National Forest and everything. You can go camping there and you can take your home videos, but if you start posting them to social media, then you're doing it for profit, and you have to get a permit and everything, and they charge like a content creator the same price they would Hollywood, and you have to do tons of paperwork, like what equipment you're bringing in there, vehicles and tripods and cameras or whatever. You have to do a whole list of everything you're bringing in. They make it so you don't do it, but they're trying to pass it. It's called the Explore Act, and it's supposed to overturn that. Where if you're just going in the woods with your phone and a couple GoPros or something, you're supposed to be able to do that with social media. Because it's yeah, what somebody's doing on YouTube is completely different than what Hollywood's doing with all their fancy stuff. Even though most of it's fake now, it's all CGI. But yeah, they kind of like tax the common man out of doing social media videos in national forests. So unfortunately, that's the way that happened. Yeah, it is LC. That's exactly money, money, money. And yeah, doing YouTube without money, money, money is yeah, it's not like the vidIQ guys say like, oh, just grab your camera, hit record, and post it because people aren't just accepting that as much anymore. So yeah, if you want to go somewhere, you got to pay. You either own the land or you got to pay for it. Like I said, like through campgrounds or something. But yeah, there's a few spots I might try to do a little stealth camp, and I might be able to sneak some in. All right, Crispy, take care, man. And yeah, as always, brother, thanks for being here. I hope your health improves. You get healthy, man, and I'm sure I'll see you sooner than later, somewhere here, there, or otherwhere. But yeah, take care, brother. Be well. Thanks for being here. Yeah, LC, and that's what we're living in, man. Like they have destroyed like our economy. Like yeah, if it was 2020 that put me out of business, and if it wasn't, I mean, I would have no problems whatsoever. And that came out of like left field. Like I nobody saw that happening. Like 2 weeks to flatten the curve turned into 2 weeks, 2 years to flatten lives. I know tons of people that lost their businesses, and then because you're subcontracted doing a 1099 and stuff, you're technically self-employed, a sole proprietorship. So you didn't I didn't qualify for anything like a one-shot deal of 1,200 bucks, and then once that was done, it was I like I said, I've sold like 90% of what I own over the past few years, and I've worked as much as I could. But yeah, they killed skydiving, and yeah, eggs went from like $1.89 a dozen to yeah, they're up to $12 a dozen where we live. So I mean, like, yeah, you made the old lady a 4 egg omelet. Like, yeah, I'm treating you like a queen. We're eating like rich people. But yeah, they make it so that you couldn't do anything. That whole you'll own nothing and be happy is what they're really trying to apply, but it's not working. Like, there's no way I'm not giving up on anything. Like, something's gonna give. So there's not too much I could. Well, yeah, I don't know. I've been trying to smash the YouTube as much as possible and get this going, but it's just kind of limited. It's a slow start, but I figure it'll snowball over time. And rather than doing nothing and waiting to do that perfect outdoor stealth video or something, I'm doing tabletops and stuff, at least until I can get a microphone. And once I can get away from the phone, you know, with a microphone, I'll be able to do more. That's kind of tying me down. But yeah, I'll build a new bike and do all that stuff. I mean, I've I've done enough in life. I figure I can still do something. There's no point in throwing in the towel now. What's on my bucket list, man? That's awesome question. Um, I was talking to the missus about that a couple of years ago. That was one of the problems I ran into. I've I had done everything on my bucket list. That's the worst thing I ever did. I've been like skydiving, rock climbing, uh, base jumping, downhill mountain biking. I've done like everything I could possibly imagine I could do. I've done. So I was kind of left at nothing, and it took me a while to like realize I just need to keep doing the same stuff that I'm doing. And now, so now it's on my bucket list, and uh, I'm I'm hoping I get a silver button, man. Like I would just yeah, that's the one thing I got on my bucket list really is get that silver play button and reach out to like 100,000 people. So yeah, that's the only thing I got left on my bucket list. I've done everything stupid I could possibly imagine. So yep, yeah, that's my bucket list now is a silver play button, which is wild because doing tandem skydives and stuff. We always ask the tandem students like, why are you skydiving today? They got all kinds of different reasons, and one of the most common ones, thanks to that movie, was oh, skydiving's on my bucket list. Then a lot of people had that corny answer, and then they thought they were cool, and they're like, oh, I thought of the best song ever, Tom Petty, Free Fall, and we're like, yeah, whatever, geek. Um, but yeah, yeah. So just like I fulfilled people's bucket list, now I'm gonna chase my own. Like, yeah, the silver play button, man. Sorry, that was a long answer. My bad. Yeah, yeah, I couldn't really think of anything else. So that's the only thing I got left on my bucket list is to, build a YouTube channel up to 100,000 subscribers and have a rocking good time doing it. But yeah, it's about 10 till, so I'm gonna wrap this up, guys. I gotta go out and yeah, the plow truck driver did an awesome job plowing me in as usual. Y'all know he's my arch enemy. Maybe that's on my bucket list too. Maybe I somehow want to figure out a way to get back at the plow guy. Maybe I can like ask him for a ride, do a little crop dusting or something. But but yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys. Thanks for showing up. This was crazy random, but I'm gonna wrap it up and make sure the missus is taken care of. I might do another surprise live later today, or maybe I'll do it Tuesday or something. Tuesday night. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But definitely Friday night all night for sure, starting at 8. But maybe another one or two midweek to see how they go, and give other people a chance to see the channel because if maybe people's schedules aren't lining up. So, but yeah, that's the plan as of now. But thanks for hanging out, everybody. Have an awesome day. Be well. Talk to you soon. See you on the next one.